Imagine a world without plants. No trees, no flowers, no oxygen to breathe. That's what Earth would be without cyanobacteria, the ancient bacteria that's made photosynthesis possible and set the stage for all plant life. Let's go way back about 3.5 billion years ago. That's when cyanobacteria first showed up. These tiny organisms were some of the earliest life forms on our planet. They lived in the oceans, soaking up sunlight and turning it into energy through a process called photosynthesis. Here's what they did. They took sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide and turning them into food, releasing oxygen as byproduct. For about a billion years, they keep doing this, slowly adding oxygen to the oceans and air. Then about 2.5 billion years ago, something huge happens. The Great Oxygenation Event. Oxygen level shoot up, completely changing Earth chemistry. That wasn't just a small tweak. It's made complex life possible, like animals and eventually us. But cyanobacteria didn't stop there. About 1.5 billion years ago, something wild happened. A bigger cell, one with nucleus, swallowed a cyanobacterium. Instead of digesting it, they teamed up. This cyanobacterium turned into what we call a chloroplast, the part of plant that doesn't photosynthesis. It like the eukaryotes cell said,
"Hey, you are good at making energy. Why don't you stick around?"
and that partnership changed everything. Thanks to their teamwork, these cells could now make their own food from sunlight. Over time, they evolved into algae, these slimy green things you see in the water, and then about 470 million years ago, some of these algae crowded onto land and became the first land plant. So, every plant you see today, from the smallest blade of grass to the tallest tree, is all its ability to use sunlight to this ancient cyanobacteria. Pretty cool, right? Now, how did we figure all this out? The story starts in 19th century. Back then, scientists saw these blue-green things under microscope and thought,
"Oh, they photosynthesis. They must be algae."
so they called them blue-green algae. But they were wrong. It wasn't until the 20th century that we realized,
Wait a minute, that aren't algae, they're bacteria.
that's when we gave their proper name, cyanobacteria. In 1905, a Russian scientist named Konstantin Merezhkovsky had a big idea. He said, what if a chloroplast in plant used to be cyanobacteria that's got swallowed up? It was a bold guess, but he didn't have all the proof yet. Fast forward to the 1960s and 1970s. Scientist Lynn Margulis picked up the trail. She found solid evidence that chloroplast and even mitochondria, the powerhouses of our cells, were once free living bacteria. Her work cracked the case wide open. Today, cyanobacteria are still around and they are amazing survival. You can find them in boiling hot spring, icy water, even salt lake. Scientists are studying them for all kind of things like making biofuels or cleaning up the environment. So, the next time you enjoy the shade of a tree, take a deep breath and admire a flower. Think about this. It all started with tiny cyanobacteria billions of years ago. They did not just become plant, they made plant possible. And that's a story worth telling.